everybody. I go by Light, and I am a application security engineer. I've been in the security field for going on 10 years now. Actually, 10 years now. I've done everything from vulnerability management to application security, penetration testing, and things of that nature. A question I get asked a lot, especially on Instagram, is how did you get into cybersecurity? Um, I guess my journey is a little different from a lot of people I've seen. I actually have a master's in computer science. I went to CSU. I have an undergrad in actually MIS, or Management Information Systems, and I had a what do they call it? It's not a major, it's a minor. See, that's how long I've been out of college. But I have a minor. I had a minor in computer science, and then I went into my master's and got a master's in computer science with a concentration on information assurance. From there, I've pretty much just been in security ever since. So I interned at Total System Services, probably was there for like 2 years or so, and then unfortunately didn't have a position available for me to turn over into a full-time employee. So what I did was just search for another job. So I wound up, well, let me go back. I interned at Total System Services, and I was a security intern, and I basically did vulnerability management there. I ran scans, and I basically prepared reports centered around top 10 OWASP and things of that nature. And because they didn't have a job for me before I graduated, I was like, I'm not gonna be a broke college student like right out of graduation, especially not with computer science. So I went ahead and applied to other places, and I wound up landing a job at a bank in Denver, Colorado. I'm actually from Atlanta, born and raised. So I went out there and was there for a couple of like a year and a half or so. Came back and to Atlanta, where I was a senior vulnerability analyst. I and my career just kind of shot up from there. I think I had a lot of great um, I had a lot of great uh, how can I say I had a lot of great opportunities, like some rare opportunities. I can't even like lie. Um, right out of college, getting that security analyst role was pretty dope. And then after that, being a senior with only like maybe a year and a half, well, no, 3 years under my belt at that time, um, if you're counting the internship. But from there, I pretty much went from security analyst to senior analyst, and I basically the next company I went to, they basically needed somebody to create their vulnerability management process, and I was like, well, I only got like maybe 3 years experience. I think I have enough experience. Yeah, I'll build it out. And the crazy thing about this is on like a huge global scale. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool that I got to build out a vulnerability management process. And the real kicker is I was the only one on the team. Yeah, so I was like the only one on the team. And yeah, that was fun. After that, I decided I had enough of the vulnerability to server side aspect of it, and I really wanted to dive into breaking into things. So I went from full time to just a leap of faith, and left my job that I had for probably like 2 years after that, and just went to be a contractor. And yeah, I mean, that was fun. I did application security then, and I got to break into applications. I had no experience whatsoever, but they were willing to teach me. I had the knowledge, but I just didn't have the practical experience, and it was a pretty young team, It's the first time I had ever been, I guess, older than I was only older than him by like like maybe a year or two. We were in our like early 20s, but um, yeah. So he was. That was the first time I was ever older than my manager, and I mean he was pretty cool. The whole team was pretty cool. We were all young and we were like getting out of college, breaking into applications because they let us, and we got paid for it, so that was pretty cool. And then my contract was up, and I decided I really still wanted to go into like stay in application security or AppSec. So I got another job, and now I'm here. So I spent a lot of my career doing contract work and not as much FTE, but the contract work has been really great. I enjoy the companies and the experience that I got. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got into the field. Ironically, I haven't gotten any certifications. I'm currently working on my CSSLP, which is Certified Security Software Life Cycle Professional. Yeah, I'm not really good with names like that. But yeah, so I pretty much got my start with my master's and then just jumping right into the field. And then I've just been working my way up ever since. That's like I said, that's like a question I get all the time. Like, how did you get in cybersecurity? How did it work? Like, what are you doing? And things of that nature. But that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Right now, I'm still a contractor. I do a lot of freelancing on the side, as well as I teach people programming languages. That's another thing. Like, because I have a CS background, like I was able, I think it was easier for me to kind of segue into AppSec because um, security is nothing but like implementation, really. So um, I was able to take the programming skills and know-how that I got from my masters and pretty much implement security into some things that I already knew as far as like programming wise. So it was kind of easy for me to segue from just server side to AppSec side. I won't say easy, but it was a little bit less challenging. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to take too much time and like do a whole 10-minute video, but I get asked that question a lot. How did you become a security professional? And that's just pretty much in a nutshell. And yes, I have 10 years experience. But yeah, if you want to know more, so this channel, I'm basically creating it to pretty much give as much information I have as far as security goes. I'm also, like I said, I'm preparing for my CSSLP, so a lot of my content will be centered around secure programming or secure coding. Um, what else? The software. I hate saying that out loud, but the software life cycle, the software development life cycle, and everything security related. So if you like my content and you want to see more, I guess what everybody says is just hit the like button, subscribe, and also hit the bell for notifications because I plan on releasing videos once a week. So that being said, see you later.